All right. Can you guys hear me? Um, Hello. Hmm. Okay. I'm going. Oh my gosh. Going. Oh, you hear me now? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Got it. It was saying that my microphone wasn't working in the beginning, and then I didn't know what was going on because it said it was working. So now it's good. I'm just gonna wait a couple more minutes because I think a couple more people might be joining. But if they don't, we'll get started in a few minutes. Anyways, just make sure to roll your mat out. If you need a towel or a blanket, you can feel free to grab that too. And if you want to light a candle or maybe not a candle because it's severely hot today, light some incense or something, or just spray some sort of room spray or plug in one of those whatever those are that make the room smell, fragrance dispensers. I'm just gonna spray some stuff because it's very humid where we are in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure where everyone is today, but it's very hot here. I'll put on some fake candles because at least some sort of light. All right, can you see over here? Just wait a couple more minutes. We'll start at 1:05. So it's 1:03 right now. So 2 more minutes. And just to gauge how everyone's feeling today, I know I asked you ahead of time, but that can kind of change on a day-to-day basis. Are you guys wanting to do like an hour-long practice or less than that? You can reply in the chat or you can say.
I think an hour would be good.
An hour? Okay.
Sounds good. An hour would be good.
Okay. All right, perfect. That's what I was planning on, but I just wanted to run it by you guys. All right, 1 more minute. And you guys can feel free to put some music on in the background if you want to. There's a lot of yoga music on YouTube and on Spotify and Apple Music. it's 1:05, so we're gonna get started. I'll wait until somebody answers the phone. Sorry about that. Hey, Mom, are you getting the phone? Okay. I think it's a telemarketer. All right, it stopped. Okay, so we're gonna start at the top of our mat in mountain pose. So we're gonna stand up nice and tall and strong, feeling grounded here. Really pressing into the four corners of our feet. So to think of the four corners, because when I was first told that, I was like, what are you talking about? Because that's not something you hear every day. So basically it means your big toe, that's the one corner, and then your pinky toe, and then the two back edges of your heel. So those are the other two corners of your heel in the back. So just really pressing into those four corners, making sure that you're keeping a little micro bend through the knees if you're not locking them out. Making sure that your shoulders are down and back. So kind of like bringing the shoulders up, rolling them down, bringing them away from the ears. So instead of forward, bringing them back. And then you can keep the arms along your side, or you can bring the palms facing forward. And just bringing the gaze forward. You can stare at something, not really staring at it, just kind of gazing in that direction, or I invite you to close your eyes here. And just start to tune into your breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. In our practice today, we're going to try to link the poses to our breath, trying to synchronize them. And we're also going to be careful not to push ourselves too hard. Now, we don't want to make it too easy on ourselves, but we also don't want to make it extremely difficult. Yoga is all about being easeful and not pushing yourself too far past the edge. Basically, you just don't want to injure yourself. That's not very kind to yourself, right? So if you have your eyes closed on an inhale, we're going to start to blink the eyes open. Bring the arms up and overhead, gazing up. And then exhale, bring the palms to heart center. We're going to bring the shoulders down and back. Take a breath in through the nose. And exhale, let it out of the mouth. Sighing it out. Inhale, breathing in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Sigh it out. Now I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. It could be as simple as I'm really glad that I showed up on my mat today. Or it could be an I am statement, such as I am enough, I am strong, I am whole. Just ponder that for a few moments. You can have your eyes closed here if you'd like. And when you're ready, the eyes are closed, just breathing in, gently blink the eyes open. Bring the arms up and overhead. Breathing out, dropping the shoulders down. Breathing in, maybe slight back bend. And then exhaling, coming back up. Breathing in, really reaching towards the sky. And then exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, halfway lifting. And then exhaling, we're gonna step back into child's pose. So for your child's pose, you can take the knees as wide as the mat, or you can bring the knees and your legs together. It's really up to you. If you bring the knees together, the legs together, you're not gonna have as much of a stretch through the hips, the hip opener there, but it's whatever's best for your body today. So once you make that decision, just bring your arms, reach them forward, or you can reach them behind. And bring the forehead to the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Just checking to see that your fingertips are spread at the top of your mat, that they're spread evenly. Maybe the knuckles are lifting off of the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And so this pose is going to be a really great one to return to. You just need to take a moment, or you just want to come to it. You can take it at any point in the practice. And when you're ready, we're going to breathe in, rising up into tabletop. So we're going to have our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips, so they're stacked vertically. And just take a moment and gaze down at your hands. Check that your fingertips are spread apart, that your knuckles are lifting off of the mat. If they are, you should see a white section, not like totally white, but whiter than the rest of, lighter, you should say lighter than the rest of your hand in the middle of your fingertips. And then we're also going to want to make sure that we're not dumping all of our weight down, that we're lifting up and out of the pose. So when you're ready, we're going to start doing some cat-cows. So on an inhale, we're going to lift the tailbone up, gaze up. And exhale, tailbone tucks, chin to chest, rounding through the spine. Breathing in, gaze up, tailbone lifts. And exhaling, chin to chest, tailbone tucks. Inhaling, gazing up, tailbone lifts. Exhaling, chin to chest, tailbone tucks. So just take these cat and cow poses at your own pace, following your breath on the inhale, going up, and exhaling, retracting in. Inhaling, expansion. Exhaling, retraction. When you're ready, we're going to come back to stillness, back to our tabletop. And we're just going to do a little bouncing pose here. So to start out, here's the first version. You're going to inhale, lift your right leg to hip height, and make sure that you're flexing through that foot. So you can stay here, or you can inhale, bring your left arm forward, making sure that you're separating your fingers, lots of energy through the left hand, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. You can release it down when you're ready. So if you want, you can take a cat-cow here, or you can just go right to the other side. So for the other side, we're gonna start by inhaling. We're gonna lift that left leg up, flexing through the left foot. The toe, big toe is pointed down. And you can stay here, or you can extend the right arm forward. Again, making sure that you're spreading through the fingertips. Lots of energy, long line of energy through the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Gaze is forward, breathing in and breathing out. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. Release it down. All right, so then we're gonna take a cat and cow here. So cat, gazing up, lifting the tailbone up, breathing in, and exhaling, chin to chest. You can take another one if you want. All right, so now we're gonna do some wrist exercises here. So we're gonna start by pointing the fingertips towards the back of our mat. I'm just gonna stretch through the wrist here, coming forward, and then coming backwards. You can also take this in a circular motion. For me, that's a little too much, but you can do it if it's good for your body. Just breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. And then we're going to bring the fingertips to face towards the midline, or the medial part of the body. Just breathing here, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. And now we're gonna do the opposite. So we're gonna bring our wrists in towards the midline. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And then we're gonna take the fingertips forward. We're gonna do a counter stretch through the wrist. So we're going to first take our right hand and come onto the back of our hand. And just feel this stretch through the wrist. Breathing in and breathing out. Making sure that you're lifting up out of it slightly, so you're not like dumping all of your weight into your wrist here. Breathing in and breathing out. Then we're going to take it on the opposite side. So come onto the left top of the hand. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, making sure you're not dumping all of your weight onto your hands here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, so when you're ready, we're going to come back to our tabletop. So if you want to take any last movements here, you can do some hip circles or just any kind of movements you'd like to do. If your wrists are getting tired, you can come onto your fists. So just make a fist. Sometimes that happens. Our wrists are pretty fragile. So just go ahead and do whatever motions feel best for you. I'm going to do some hip circles. And I'm going to do it in the opposite direction. When you're ready, we're going to come into stillness. And if you're on your fists, we're going to turn back to our wrists, planting the palms into the mat. Then we're going to tuck the toes and we're going to lift our hips up, coming into our first downward dog. Bringing the chest towards the thighs. Taking a breath in. And a breath out, gazing between our knees. You can start to walk out your dog, bending into one knee, straightening the opposite, and then taking the alternate motion, bending into the opposite, straightening the opposite. And just do that for a bit. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. If you're walking out your dog, you can come into stillness, or you can continue doing that. On an inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up. Then we're going to fan the hip open, coming into our three-legged dog. Stacking the hips here. And exhaling, bring that foot down to the mat. On an inhale, we're going to do it on the opposite side. So lift the left leg up and then bend through that knee, coming into our three-legged dog on the opposite side. Really trying to stack the hips here. And then exhale, bring the foot back to the mat. On an inhale, we're going to look at our hands and we're going to walk or jump up to them, coming into our ragdoll. So we're going to have a fist distance between our feet. And then just from the torso down, from the hips down, our whole upper body, we're just going to let it go. Really let the weight come down, let gravity take hold of you. And in this pose, feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to. Maybe nodding the head yes and shaking the head no. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows and swaying side to side on each breath. And when you're ready, coming back to center, coming into stillness. On an inhale, we're going to start to lift up into Samasthiti, equal standing. Just close your eyes here. And we're going to come into mountain pose. So shining the hands forward, gaze is forward, coming back to where we started. On an inhale, we're going to bring the arms up and overhead, gaze up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulder blades are drawing together. And then exhale, we're going to do a Vinyasa, or Chaturanga is the Sanskrit term. If you don't want to do this, because it is a little tricky on the wrist, if your body's not used to it, it can be difficult. You can do it, or you can meet us in downward facing dog. So to do the chaturanga or vinyasa, we're going to step back into our high plank. So we're going to want to make sure that our wrists are underneath our shoulders, that our back is pretty like even and straight. Just a really long line of energy here, and that we're on the tops of our toes, so we're not like reaching too far back. We're on the tops of them. So then to come to our low plank, we're going to really come onto the tops of our toes here, and we're going to exhale, coming down to a 90-degree angle. So if you see it here through my elbows, coming down to the mat, and then you can drop all the way down, or you can hover. I drop all the way down because I'm not that strong. And then inhale, you can come to a cobra, or you can lift the legs up into upward facing dog. And you want to make sure that your arms are pretty straight here. You don't want to be like too far back or too far forward. And then exhaling back into downward facing dog. And cobra and upward facing dog can be really difficult on the low back. So if you have low back pain, you can just do a baby cobra, which would be like just a little bit up from here. You don't have to come all the way up. So okay, we're in our downward facing dog. We're resetting the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And typically Vinyasa is quicker than that. I was just explaining it a little bit. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, we're gonna lift the right leg up, and then exhale, send it through to the top of the mat in between your hands. We're gonna rise up into warrior one. So for warrior one, we're gonna want to have a 90-degree angle through the front leg, and our hips are gonna want to be squared. So bring them forward towards the front of our mat. Making sure that the back foot is at a 45-degree angle. So forth, about. It doesn't have to be perfect. So inhaling the arms up and overhead, or bringing them to heart center. Just gazing in, gazing forward, breathing out, dropping the shoulders down, breathing in, and breathing out. If you have your arms up, you're going to want to rotate your pinky fingers inwards towards the midline. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, we're going to open up to warrior two. So we're going to keep pretty much the same footing. We still want that 90-degree angle, still that 45-degree angle on the back foot. We're just going to be opening up the hips outwards. And we're going to be bringing the shoulder blades together, extending the arms forward and back with our hands facing the floor. The palms of our hands. That's not very specific. Now pause. And just gazing over your right middle finger. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. You'll be feeling a little bit of shakiness through the palms. That's okay. Breathing in and breathing out. And on an inhale, we're going to reverse our warrior, bringing the arm up and overhead and reaching our left hand down our back thigh. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe inhale straight in the front leg, breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, we're going to come back up. And then we're going to come into triangle pose. So we're going to keep the front foot straightened, and we're going to bump the hips back. So really bring the hips back towards our back mat. You can keep your hand on your hip, or you can do really whatever's comfortable for you. And then we're gonna start to reach our hand forward and reach as far as you can. And then when you can't reach anymore, you're gonna drop your hand down wherever it lands. That's where you're gonna keep your hand. This is a pose where you can use a block. If you have one, if you want to use one, you're welcome to use one. When you're ready, we're going to inhale the right arm up, or the left arm. Never mind, sorry, the left arm. Gazing up at the left hand, breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. On an inhale, we're gonna come back up. And then we're gonna come into a wide-legged forward fold. So we're gonna bring the toes outwards. So instead of bringing them in towards the midline, they're gonna be splaying outwards. And we're gonna bring our hands behind us, clasping them behind. On an inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, gaze up. And then exhale, we're gonna start to hinge forward, folding forward. And just bring those arms and the hands above us. Trying to keep the hands together in a clasp, but if you can't, that's okay too. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And on an exhale, you can bring the palms down to the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. If you want, you can keep the fingertips forward. You can bring them behind. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And on an inhale, we're gonna halfway lift. Go into a flat back. Breathe out. And inhale slowly. Start to come up to standing. And then from here, we're gonna take star pose. So we're going to reach our arms out to each side. Again, palms are facing down like in Warrior Two. And just breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. On an exhale, we're gonna drop the hands down. Inhale, we're gonna face forward, and then we're going to windmill, which is like this. Windmill our hands down to the mat. We're gonna plant the palms, and then we're gonna step back either to downward facing dog, or we're gonna do our Vinyasa. So for our Vinyasa, we're gonna come to our high plank, tip and lower, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So taking a moment here to take a breath. And another breath. And on an inhale, we're gonna lift the left leg up. And then exhale, we're gonna send it in between our palms at the top of our mat. And we're gonna start to rise up into our Warrior Two, or Warrior One, sorry. We're gonna make sure that we have our 90-degree angle in the front leg and a 45-degree angle on the back foot. And our hips are gonna be squared towards the top of the mat. And you can either keep the palms at heart center, Or you can inhale them up and overhead towards the sky. Breathing in, breathing out, dropping the shoulder blades down. Breathing in and breathing out. Making sure if the arms are extended that the pinky fingers are coming in towards the midline, towards the middle of the body. Breathing in and breathing out. And on an inhale, we're going to open up into our warrior two. So again, keeping the same foundation here. We're just going to have the hips opening up towards the right side of the mat. And we're going to be extending our arms forward and back. Shoulder blades draw together, palms face the floor. Breathing in, gazing over the left middle finger. And breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, we're going to flip the palm over. We're going to bring it up and overhead, taking the right hand this time onto the back thigh. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, maybe straightening the front leg. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. We're going to rise back up. And then we're going to come into our triangle pose on the opposite side. So this time on the left side. So you can bring your hand to your hip. And we're going to bump the hips back towards the back of our mat. And then we're going to start to bring our arm forward, reaching forward as far as we can. And then when we get to that point where we can't reach anymore, we're going to bring the hand down to our shin or our ankle or the mat. And then we're going to inhale the right arm up. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Making sure that you're trying to gaze at the ceiling or your right palm. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And on an inhale, we're going to rise back up. And then we're going to come into another wide-legged fold. You're just going to bring your feet back so that your toes are pointed outwards, the big toes. And I'm going to turn around so that nobody's seeing my big butt. All right. So we're going to come back into our wide-legged fold. And on an inhale, we can gaze up. And then exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forwards. And then we can reach our palms down towards the mat. And just start tuning into your breath. Breathing in. And breathing out. And we're going to come into a revolved wide-legged fold. So we're going to place the right palm down on the mat, underneath our shoulder, right below our head. We're going to inhale, bring the left arm up towards the sky, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Releasing the left palm down. So it's going to replace the right. So we're going to have that directly under our shoulder. And then inhale, bring the right arm up towards the sky. Breathing in and breathing out. gazing up at the ceiling or the sky, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in. And exhale, release it down, let it go. On an inhale, we're going to halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. And inhale, slowly rise back up. Okay. And then we're going to inhale, bring the feet and the body forward towards the top of our mat. And then we're going to windmill the palms down to the mat. You can either do your Vinyasa, or you can come to child's pose, do whatever is best for you. So coming from high plank, exhaling down into your low plank, inhaling upward facing dog or cobra, exhaling downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, we're going to look to our hands. We're either going to step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, start to rise up. Coming into mountain pose, extended mountain pose. So bringing the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, bring the palms to heart center. Take a moment to just reflect on your practice. Maybe taking into account how we started here earlier and how it feels to be in mountain pose again. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So then when you're ready, we're going to start to do some bouncing poses. So we're going to start with eagle pose. So to do this, we're going to start with the hands. Figuring out the hands as always, and the arms is probably the trickiest part of this. So if you want, you can give yourself a hug for this, or I'll just come over here and show. So you can give yourself a hug. You can bring your arms to a 90-degree angle, just out in front of you. See how it's 90-degree there. Otherwise, since we're going to start on the right side, we're going to bring the right arm underneath the left. And so you can see my hands are like pressing here into each other. And you can see there's that 90-degree angle through the arms. So whichever is best for you. So pick that arm variation. So right under left if you're going to do that. And then start to shift your weight until your left standing leg. So micro bending through that knee. And then bringing the right thigh over the left thigh. And then starting to sink the hips down. If you're kickstanding the foot, you can have it on the mat, or you can bring it off, flexing through the foot, or you can wrap your foot around your left leg. Breathing in and breathing out, maybe sinking the hips a bit lower. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, letting it go. So then we're going to take it on the opposite side. So we're going to start with the left side. So we're going to do the same thing with the arms. Either you can hug yourself, do the 90, or you're going to take the left under the right this time. Again, maintaining that 90-degree angle through the arms. And then we're going to start to shift our weight into our right standing leg. So making sure that our toes are pointing forwards at 12 o'clock. So they're straight, the foot is straight. And we're going to have that little micro bend through the right leg and bring the left thigh over the right. So either keeping the foot planted on the mat or kickstanding it, flexing the foot, or wrapping the foot around the right calf. And then once you have that, you can start to lower more through the hips, sink lower, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. On an exhale, we're going to release and just shake out the legs. Just shake them out while I get rid of this thing on my computer. Okay. So from this pose, we just did our eagle pose. We're gonna do our, well, I call it hand to knee because that's what I do, but really it's hand to big toe pose. So we're gonna start in Samsitihi, so equal standing. And we're going to inhale the right leg up. You can bring it to a 90-degree angle. And then if you want, you can reach down, grab your big toe, and extend your leg out. Or if you're like me, just grab on to your right knee. And on an exhale, you're gonna walk the right leg out to the right. And then extend the left arm out to the left, gazing to the left. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And it's okay if you fall out of the pose, you can always come back. Breathing in and breathing out. And on an inhale, coming back to center, then taking the left hand, grabbing the right knee, and then reaching the right arm back, coming into a counter twist. Breathing in and breathing out, gazing towards the back. Right hand, breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, coming back to center, and then straightening out your leg, hands on the hips, and then drop it down. All right, and then if you want to do it again, you can, kind of shake out the legs here. These poses are great for strengthening our legs. All right, so then we're going to take it on the opposite side. So we're going to bring our weight into our right standing leg, inhaling the left leg up to our 90-degree. So either reaching down, grabbing for the big toe, extending the leg out, or just keeping your hand on your left knee. Exhale, bring the left leg out, and inhale, extend the right arm to the right, gazing to the right. Breathing in and breathing out. 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 On an inhale, we're going to bring it all back to center. Then we're going to take the right hand to the left knee. Left arm moves back, coming to a counter twist to the left. Gaze to the left. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And on an inhale, we're going to come back to center, and then hands to hips, extend the leg out, keeping it up, and then exhale, release it down. And then we can shake out the legs again. Then we're going to come into tree pose. This is going to be our last bouncing pose for today's class. We're going to start on the right side. So bringing the weight into the left standing leg, little micro bend through the knee. You're going to either kickstand the foot, keeping it on the mat, bring it to the ankle, or we're going to bring it anywhere above the knee. So I'm going to fall. So bring it to your left inner thigh. So just get the bouncing part together. Inhale the palms to heart center. And just start to gaze forward and find a drishti, a gaze point for you to focus on throughout this entire pose. And when you're ready, you can grow your branches into any arm variation. You can bring the palms up and overhead and come to goddess or goalpost arms. Even bring the arms behind back, grabbing opposite elbows, or reverse prayer. Whatever's best for you today. And it's okay if you fall, you can always come back. Breathing in and breathing out, drop the shoulders back and down. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to release it down. We're going to come onto the opposite side. So we're going to start bringing our weight into our right leg. So a micro bend through the knee here. We're going to have the foot on the mat. We're going to bring it to the knee, or we're going to grab the foot and bring it anywhere above the knee, just not directly on the knee. So once you have that, we're going to bring the palms to heart center. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And when you've picked your drishti, you have a gaze point, we're going to bring the arms either up and overhead, growing our branches, or can bring them behind. It's really up to you how you want your tree to be today, because you are your tree. Breathing in and breathing out, drop the shoulders down. Breathing in and breathing out. It's okay if you lose your pose here, you can always come back. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, breathing in and exhaling. We're going to release it all down. You can shake out the legs here. And then when you're ready, we're going to come down into our mat. So we're going to come into staff pose. So we're going to come onto our bottoms and extend the legs out long, flexing through the feet, really pressing the calves and the thighs into the floor. And we're going to lift out of our torso. I'm going to bring the palms next to our hips. And just gazing forward, trying to draw the shoulders away from the ears. So shoulder blades are drawing back together. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, we're going to bring the arms up and overhead, pinky fingers rotating in towards the midline. And exhale, we're going to start to reach forward, trying to keep our heart lifted. So we're not really folding in yet, keeping the heart lifted and just reaching forward. Really feeling the stretch through the hamstrings. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, maybe reaching a bit further forward. And breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, we're going to come back up. And then we're going to come to our backs. So you can start to recline down slowly to the mat. And then we're going to come into bridge pose. So we're going to bring our palms, the tops, no, the bottoms of our feet. I can't talk. We're going to bring the bottoms of our feet to the mat. We're going to bend through our legs here. And then we're going to see if we can reach the back of our heels. If we can't, we're going to walk the heels a bit more forward. So once you can do that, for bridge pose, you can really do it however you want. You don't have to go up too high. You don't have to lift your hips up that high if you're not feeling it today. But if you are, first we're going to start to nestle our shoulder blades together. And then we're going to bring the palms, we're going to keep them planted into the floor. We're going to bring the hands together to clasp. And then just start to lift the hips up. Lifting up through the spine. And really feeling like we're holding something in between our legs so that our legs aren't coming out. They're squeezing towards each other and towards the midline. Breathing in and breathing out. Squeezing through your glutes. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting it go, coming down to the mat. And then taking happy baby. So for happy baby, we're going to bring the legs up towards the sky. We're going to bend through our legs and we're going to grab from the outside of our feet. We're going to grab our feet like that. So your hand is coming around the outside of your foot and reaching for your heel, like the arch of your foot. And then you can extend the legs out as far as they can go. Just whatever's comfortable for you. You can close your eyes and rock side to side. Or you can remain in stillness. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the bottoms of the feet back to the mat. And then we're going to come back up to our seated position. We're going to keep the knees bent here. And we're going to flex through the feet. So we're going to do more of a fold here, a forward fold. We're actually folding over our legs. So if you can fold well with your legs straightened, you can do that, or you can keep them bent. So on an inhale, we're going to bring the arms up and overhead, pinky fingers rotating in towards the midline. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward and just try to grab the backs of your feet here. And folding over your legs, dropping the head down. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe walking your feet forward a bit if you need more of a stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in one last time. And breathing out. And inhale, we're going to rise back up. And then again, we're going to come onto our backs. So we're going to come down, recline back to the mat. And then we're going to bring our heels to touch, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. I call it reclined butterfly. I think there's a different name for it, but I know the Sanskrit, so I guess that's good enough. Okay, so we're just going to bring the palms. They can be facing up, or you can bring them face down. You can also bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Whatever is more comfortable for you. Breathing in and breathing out. 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 And when you're ready, we're going to extend the legs out. We're going to inhale, bring the right knee in towards the chest. Just feeling the stretch through your thigh right here. Breathing in and breathing out. You should be feeling it in your groin area of your thigh. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And then we're going to take our right leg over towards the left side of our mat, coming into a supine twist, and then bringing the right arm out to the right, gazing to the right, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. And on an inhale, we're going to bring it back to center. And then exhale, we're going to bring the right leg extended and inhale the left leg in. Just bringing that knee in towards the chest. And feel the stretch. Feeling it through your right groin area. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. On an inhale, we're going to bring the left leg over towards the right, extending the left arm out, gazing to the left. Breathing in and breathing out. 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 Again, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, bringing it back into center. And then exhaling, extending the left leg forward. And then we're going to come into Shavasana. So you can either do Shavasana the way we usually do it, just taking the taking the left leg out and the foot out towards the left corner, or the right foot to the right corner of the mat. Or if you want to do, we can do the reclined butterfly, bring the feet together here, the heels of the feet, and then you can either have the hands grounding, facing down, palms facing into the mat, feel more grounded, or the palms up for receptivity. Or you can bring a hand to your stomach and one to your heart. So just picking whichever pose you'd like to do for Shavasana. And Shavasana is really a mindful awareness of resting. So we're not resting as if we're falling asleep or just paying attention to our breath and to the physical body, So by doing that, we're obtaining that mind-body connection. We're utilizing it. We're nurturing it. So start by tuning into your breath, noticing your breath, how it is. Not trying to change it in any way, just acknowledging it. Being aware of your breathing. Maybe your breathing is shallow. Maybe it's heavy. Maybe it's kind of normal. Maybe it's deep. However it is, just acknowledge it. Paying attention to the air coming in through the nostrils, and down into the lungs, and then out back through the nostrils. Just feeling the rib cage expand when you're breathing in, and as you breathe out, it's retracting. So just pay attention to the in-breath and the out-breath. And when you're ready, start shifting your attention to your body. Do you feel any tension in your body? The more common ones are in the neck, the shoulders, and in the facial muscles, especially in the jaw or between the eyebrows. There could be tension in the body somewhere else as well. If you're in the reclined butterfly, you are going to feel some tension, not like bad tension, but you're going to feel stretched through your hips, and that's okay. So if you feel tension in the body, just try to ease it, to disperse it. And if you can't let go of the tension yourself, then try to breathe into that area. Sometimes by breathing to an area and directing energy to a certain spot of our body, we can work to reduce the pain or the tension there. And tuning into your breath, if you're not noticing tension, you don't have to direct it anywhere if you're not feeling tension in the body. And tension or pain in the body is not always directly related to something physical, like a physical ailment or a somatic ailment. It's sometimes emotional. So just taking that into account. And if the pain that we're dealing with in our bodies is emotional or related to our mental health, just taking into account that we can work on our mental health or our emotional health and things will get better. It just takes time and healing, just as any physical injury as well. When you're ready, we're going to plant the bottoms of the feet into the mat. We're going to roll over to our right or left side of the mat and extend the upper arm to create sort of like a pillow for us to rest our head on. Breathing in and breathing out. And on an inhale, we're going to lift ourselves up into a seated position and come to any comfortable seat that suits you. So in our comfortable seat, we're going to make sure that our spines are neutral, that we're standing, well, not literally standing, but that our upper bodies are nice and tall. I invite you to close your eyes here. And on an inhale, bring the palms to heart center. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, we're going to bring the palms up to our third eye, in between our eyebrows. The light and divine in me recognizes the light and divine in each and every one of you. I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. And I wish you all and everyone in the world great health, happiness, and just a really great day. And on an exhale, we're going to bow together. Namaste. Okay. So we're done the practice for today. I might have gone a little bit over an hour. Hopefully that's okay. Sometimes I do that. I have bad, what would you say? I'm bad at, like, I guess paying attention to time, but I forget. There's a certain term for that. I'm gonna unmute everyone, so if you wanna talk, or you can unmute yourselves.
It was good practice. Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course.
Was it
How did you guys feel about like the, I guess, level of difficulty? Like, was it too much movement, or did you like it?
I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Okay. Good. That's good to know. My mom's friend didn't show up today. Her name is Maureen. She had something done to her foot, so she's resting. So I don't know when she'll be coming back, but if she does come back, we probably won't do as much movement just because she's in her 60s, so she can't really like do that. But I can always try to, like, make things optional, kind of like I had the Vinyasas optional, kind of offer diversity for everyone. So I'll try my best.
That'll be good.
That'll be
Okay. Cool. That sounds good. All right. Well, I'm gonna get going, and I hope you guys all have a great day. And I'll see you on Sunday, hopefully.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, you too.
Yeah, of course. All right. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye.